Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 10, presented by GeoMart, powered by Reva University and Greenply.
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I showed you how a dangerous plot to break down India and its secular fabric by 2047 was being planned, propagated and conspired towards. The crackdown has only unearthed a larger web of radicalization, of violence and an agenda of quote-unquote direct jihad. Can you believe it, viewers? Direct jihad, they are saying. So I'm saying tonight to you, there is no scope anymore, none of us, nobody in this country, whatever your political belief, whether you are pro-BJP, anti-BJP, does not matter, you do not have a scope to live in denial anymore. Because what is happening in Patna and what is being found out in Patna is not limited to one state. Foreign-funded, dangerous, anti-national radicalization is now a reality in India. Can there be a cover for it anymore? Take a look at the crackdown in Bihar and then, ladies and gentlemen, without taking sides, let's debate.
After multiple arrests in a terror module crackdown, after the India 2047 plot to make India an Islamist nation was uncovered.
पम्पलेट्स मिले हैं, बुकलेट्स मिले हैं और सबसे खराब बात जो मिली है कि 2047 में भारत को इस्लामी राष्ट्र बनाने के लिए दूसरे संप्रदाय के अगेंस्ट विद्वेष पैदा करना.
There were fresh raids by the Patna police and the findings are shocking.
The Patna police conducted raids at 3 different places in entire Bihar. 2 locations in Patna, 1 in Motihari, 1 in Muzaffarpur. The Patna police today recovered large number of dossiers, booklets, Urdu literature, as well as membership form along with photographs of the members who are enrolled as part of the SDPI.
Fresh arrests were made. The Patna police has emphasized on Pakistani links.
जो सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बात यह है कि जो पहला व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप है जिसके लगभग 181 सदस्य हैं, वो एक पाकिस्तानी नंबर जिसका हैंडलर फैज़ान है, पाकिस्तानी नंबर के द्वारा उस ग्रुप को क्रिएट किया गया था ऐप्स के माध्यम से. और उसके बाद जो ताहिर है और दानिश, इसको उसका ग्रुप एडमिन बनाया गया था. और उसमें जो सदस्य हैं वो इंडिया के अलावा पाकिस्तान, यमन और अन्य गल्फ की कंट्रीज़ के भी उसमें सदस्यों को जोड़ा गया था.
The Patna police also recovered a chat from his mobile which stated a deep-seated radicalized agenda. Look at his chats which says that कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है AMIM को सपोर्ट करने की. And he states that there will be a jihad. अब डायरेक्ट जिहाद करेंगे 2023 में.
The reality of radicalization cannot be dismissed. The garb of legitimacy cannot be attributed. It's time for a full crackdown. Let's debate.
I would only say that in national interest, it is all our responsibility to be on one side today on this. When we say things like some people are trying to think about creating a concept of Ghazwa-e-hind, unfortunately, Kartikeya, Sanju, Aishwarya and SK, unfortunately, there are some people who laugh it off. They say you are a right-winger, you are communal, this is a comment aimed at a religion. And I say no. No right-thinking Muslim would ever think of Ghazwa-e-hind. Which citizen of this country would ever think of a campaign against their own country. But no, there's a foreign angle now. And the fact is today we should not live in denial about some people seriously thinking in terms of Ghazwa-e-hind, and the thought is dangerous. But to deny the thought is horrendously dangerous. And on the debate tonight, I'd like to start with Zubair to open the debate this evening with Sanju Verma. Now there is talk, Zubair, of direct jihad. Ghazwa-e-hind. Pictures of the Pakistani flag across India. These are realities. The evidence is there. It's not all made up. It's not all fiction. And I don't know if you can hear me, but the question goes also to Majid. And the question goes to Ravi. And the question goes to Tausif. Anyone, please. For we must accept the reality of this Ghazwa-e-hind thought as much as we should accept the reality of the Sar Tan Se Juda mindset.
I absolutely agree with you. I absolutely agree with you, Arnab. We must accept the reality. Now that the SSP Patna had said that the modus operandi of this group is similar to RSS Shakha, the modus operandi of this group is similar to organizing a training camp of martial art in the style of RSS Shakha. It is time that we must open our eyes and take these training camps very seriously and act against them. If police finds materials against them, let's investigate them. Let's take the investigation to the conclusion and put them behind bars. And do not color only one side as harmful and dangerous and the other side as nationalist.
I would take great offense. I would take great offense. I would take, and every right-thinking Indian should take great offense at Tausif's attempt to talk about sides. How can there be two sides when there is the country at stake? How are you talking about sides? Which side are you on? Is there a side? How shameful that he should use the word side in this. Sanju is responding here. The threat is serious.
One is
direct jihad.
And the other is Hindu Rashtra.
May I please come in?
Yes,
this
please.
is a threat to the Republic. Threat to the Republic and Constitution of India. When a demand is made of Hindu Rashtra, when a demand is made of Ghazwa-e-hind, it is a threat to the Republic and the federal structure of the Constitution and our country. And we must take this seriously.
Viewers,
you do not rein in the panelists on the other side.
There is a
when the
viewers,
SSP of Patna,
I think that if you were to go beyond political sledging, it would be good in this case. What do you think, viewers? The debate is on.
We cannot close our eyes.
Thank you. You made your introductory remarks. I'm getting Sanju to respond. And viewers, before Sanju responds, one word from me to you, viewers. India 47, the plan is a reality. Direct jihad, the fact is a reality. Ghazwa-e-hind, the grouping of people, Indians and some Pakistanis under the grouping of Ghazwa-e-hind is also a reality. Now we have a choice. We can say what is real is unreal and live in a bubble, but I don't think we should. Sanju is on the debate, ladies and gentlemen. Sanju.
Arnab, I find it absolutely unacceptable that the earlier panelist, Tausif, had the audacity to compare, PFI or Ghazwa-e-hind propagators to RSS.
SSP Patna is comparing.
I did not
Please do not misrepresent what I said.
No, you are misrepresenting the SSP Patna. I shall just tell you. No. You are misrepresenting, and you are doing these things. It is not in national interest for you to do so. The SSP Patna has clarified himself today. Beyond that, we should not try to make this issue a light issue. It is not. It is a grave threat to the country. Please. None of us will be spared the consequences of the dangerous thoughts of these people. Please, let's be serious. Tausif is on the debate. Please let it continue. Thank you, Tausif.
May I finish? Arnab, I find it absolutely reprehensible when people come on this channel and they compare a jihadi mindset with RSS. Let me tell you, you people keep asking what has RSS done for the freedom movement. It was none other than Jawaharlal Nehru who invited RSS to the Republic Day parade in 1963. It was none other than Indira Gandhi who inaugurated the Vivekanand Rock Memorial in 1977 and thanked RSS for their patriotism. And let me also tell you that James Hartfield, a great historian and public intellectual, has said that the likes of Guruji Golwalkar actually actively participated in the Quit India movement in 1942 by organizing training camps against the British. James Hartfield also says that in the Satyagraha in the 1930s, people like Hedgever, the founder of RSS, was actively involved. So this whole narrative about RSS not participating in the freedom movement
but that is going off track, Sanju. That's going off track. I think that's but that's going off track, and you are responding. Then the debate goes in another track, and I think we need to. No, I would bring the debate down to the very subject we are debating. 1 minute, Ravi. Allow me, Ravi. And I just want to. I want to settle this RSS angle of the debate, and it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate that when we are discussing, this terrorist mentality, everybody on one side starts using the RSS as a prop to defend jihadis, to constantly do that. I find it utterly intolerable that you want to deny everyone's song. So I'm not being able to focus right now. Can I please have Zubair Memon and Ravi Srivastava on one side and Karthik and Aishwarya Mudgil on the other, please? Thank you very much, and I'll call out who's speaking. And please allow me, viewers, this is a serious debate, and Ravi, please speak when invited.
Are these people Pakistanis? Who are these people? They are the BJP workers. They are the BJP office bearers. The one caught in the Jammu, the Talib Hussain, and the people like Dhruv Saxena, whose 10 accomplices were caught. And my question is, why PFI, SDPI, if they are doing it, why don't you ban them? Who stopped them from banning them? Because you want to do a vote bank politics, you want to divide people, you want to polarize people. That's your objective.
Okay, thank you, Ravi. Ravi, 1 minute. Karthik, 1 minute. Karthik, just 1 minute. Ravi, let's make the argument a little sophisticated, please. The point that has to be made to you is that, say, one of the accused, his name is Maghroov Ahmad Danish, alias Tahir. Now, where is he from? He's from Fulwari Sharif. He worked in Dubai. He was in Dubai for 14 years. And his phone records have shown this evidence. Now, without any remorse, he said, Banaya tha Ghazwa-e-hind. So, Ghazwa-e-hind is a group on which he is very active. And instead of using this television program, Ravi, to start attacking the RSS, to stop talking about the reality, I think you're doing such a disservice to the country. You ought to be embarrassed of this.
Why disservice?
No, their life is not about RSS bashing all the time. Please be serious. Please be serious.
Why?
Please be serious.
I'm asking you a question.
No.
When the Akari is caught, when the Navneet Rana and Ravi Rana are supporting the killer of the Umesh Kole, the BJP people, then you become immediately defensive. Why?
I don't know which post-truth, false world you live in. Who's throwing fake news at you? You are a doctorate and a postdoctorate from WhatsApp University. Karthik wants to respond to you. I'll come in later.
You have to do a proper probe. If somebody is guilty, hang him. Who is stopping that? But what is your objective is to divide people. Nothing more than that.
No. Sir, if I may, there is no objective of dividing people. We need to understand that Islam has coexisted in India peacefully for several centuries. This is not about Islam. This is about radical Islam, which is what is brought up in the PFI report. The very objective of theirs is basically the objective of...
Let him speak, Ravi. 1 minute, please, Ravi. Thank you. Now, can I have Karthik's volume up, please? Thank you.
Ban them. I am asking you a simple question.
Sir, let me finish, sir. Then we can debate.
Why you are holding them? For what?
Sir,
there are funding, this funding, that funding.
Okay, thank you, Ravi. Now I'll have to let...
That is completely irrelevant to this topic,
Thank
sir.
you.
But that is completely irrelevant to this topic. See,
you represent this government, you represent this BJP, you represent this RSS, you respond to it. Why anti-nationals are allowed to continue here?
Sir, I think with due respect, you're on the wrong debate. I think with due respect, you're on the wrong debate or on the wrong channel.
Change.
You may want to confirm where you are. This is about radicalization. This is about radical Islam, which is what has been brought forth in the PFI report that was exposed. We all must agree that radical Islam is a true menace for the Indian society. I mean, they swear by the philosophy of Sar Tan Se Juda, as Arnab, you pointed out. If I may use a medical analogy, radical Islam is a lifelong autoimmune disease that India is plagued with. There are periods of remission, sure, but the symptoms flare up for no reason whatsoever. You know, Nupur Sharma is a ruse, one day Modi and Yogi is a ruse, one day Ayodhya temple is a ruse. And just like in an autoimmune disease, the radical elements don't spare the country's own immune system, which is its institutions and its civilizational ethos. The PFI report is just one example. You know, the Hindu community is obviously their enemy. It's a thorn in their mission of, Ghazwa-e-hind or whatever it is. And what is the most dangerous part? Radical Islam does not have a problem waiting for decades, even for little progress in their growth. They want to perpetrate a slow death by 1,000 cuts. And, someone talked about RSS and all that. Is there fanaticism on the other side? Occasionally there is. But again, we have to realize that Hindutva is not a cure to this autoimmune disease, but it is a corticosteroid to this autoimmune disease that radical Islam represents. And let me say this clearly to end with. India did not start getting affected with this autoimmune disorder in 1947. The process began, unfortunately, 9 or more centuries ago. We need to weed out radicalization from the society. And it has to start with radical Islam because the response of Hindutva is to radical Islam.
And let us understand that when one is talking about radical Islam, one is not talking about Islam. One is talking about people who are trying to radicalize individuals by Zubair. Just let me give you my perspective, and then I'll come to you. Zubair, can I? And then I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you right after that, Zubair. I'm coming to you right after that. Right after that. This is about the country. This is not about a religion. First of all, Zubair, allow me my intervention, and then you can come in 100%. I need to make my point to you, Zubair, because I fear that you want to take the debate in a certain direction, and I don't want to let you.
It's very sad.
I don't want to let you.
It's very sad on your debate.
No.
Mr. Arnab, it's very sad that this panelist, I don't know
the problem is, Zubair,
guy is, and he is comparing Islam with the word radical, and you just silently heard it out. It's sad to hear.
Zubair, to the contrary, 1 minute. No, 1 minute. Karthik, don't respond. These are all attempts. All of these are attempts, very, very smart and careful attempts to distract from the real issue so that we end up having a discussion on a religion. I am not having a discussion on the religion, Zubair. I am having a discussion about our country. Your, mine, Majid, Aishwarya, and Karthik's country. And I worry. And I want to tell you, Zubair, if our generation does not wake up and see the threat, then I worry about what's going to happen to the next generation. Because there is an attempt to push one community into sentiments of hate, fear, isolation. And please, let's not say, we're not speaking of all. Of course, we're not speaking of a community. But we are saying that some brainwashed minds, radicalized minds came to India from Pakistan and carried out 26/11. Now imagine that there are, for example, 100 plus 181 people from India, Pakistan, Yemen and other Gulf countries in a group called Ghazwa-e-hind. Just imagine, Majid, if half of these people are Indians. And when an Indian says without any remorse, "Banaya tha Ghazwa-e-hind," then imagine the hate in his heart. This is not going to be a debate on religion. This is a debate on national security, Majid.
Exactly.
This is a debate on national security. We have to destroy this mindset, the Ghazwa-e-hind mindset, the Sar Tan Se Juda mindset. We must fight this mindset, and you must join hands in doing that.
I'm a bit confused tonight.
You're always confused, so that's not surprising to me. You're usually confused.
No, I'm very confused because we are living in an era where Mirza Ghalib's poetry is being seen as toolkit for Ghazwa-e-hind. We have the copycats in Bihar police who have come up with experts from the theatre of absurd, which Bruce Lee's movie Enter the Dragon is about indoctrination of Muslims in India. What kind of dossier have they come up with? Have you seen that dossier?
Movie?
That's an insult to the very idea of policing in our country. And is it parliamentary for us to attribute indoctrination and radicalization to one particular community? Is it parliamentary for our country to pitch at one particular minority community?
I'm not even talking community.
Not putting the nation to hypnotism.
I'll get SK and Aishwarya.
To divert attention.
This is not about the community. This is about the country. Can you rise above community and think of country for God's sake?
In the name of Agniveers. Should I not
this is a very silly and facile, puerile and childish argument, almost of an amateurish nature, without content or any form of expression out here. What are you doing? It's a serious debate. This is about the country.
No, I'm also talking
you always want to make every debate about religion.
Have you seen that dossier?
I want Aishwarya to come in. Yes, I have. More than you, for Christ's sake. What are you talking about?
Good evening, Arnab. Hindus should keep rice for their last rites and Christians should keep incense for their last rites. If you live decently, you can live in our land, and if you don't live decently, we know Azadi. Live decently, decently, decently. Arnab, these were the slogans raised by a 10-year-old boy at a PFI rally in Kerala. It is time we as a society raise the question as to what sort of indoctrination and training are minors now being given that they are raising such slogans. To talk of that, when your channel was reporting on this, PFI threatened your reporters to stop reporting, leave the locality or bear the consequence. Now I will make 3 observations. Firstly, Popular Front of India is one such...
indoctrination about the PFI.
You have to let me speak. I did not interrupt you while you were speaking. I have tried to speak now. Firstly, Popular Front of India is one such organization that despite being backed by the ecosystem has never been in news for the right reasons. Please let me speak. Please let me speak.
Kindly go ahead.
We are going off topic.
Allegations against...
completely going off topic. We should be on the topic. We are completely going off topic.
We're not going off topic at all.
We are not going off topic and you are going to let me speak.
Let it get in topic. Just give me 30 seconds, then you can reply.
I am speaking,
Let her complete.
I am speaking.
Because when you spoke, she listened to you. Well, Zobair, it's only fair, because I came to you before her, that you let her complete her comments and then contradict her, whatever, if you can. What is the problem there?
Okay, but please talk on the topic.
Yeah, the topic is our people with a Ghazwa-e-hind mindset.
Firstly, Popular Front of India is one such organization that despite being backed by the ecosystem has never been in news for the right reasons. Allegations against PFI are not new. In the recent past, it has been in limelight for its links to murder of RSS workers. A. Sanjeev by Darussalam Baba, A. Srinivasan by Abdul Rahman and Feroz. Before this, it was their involvement in the Delhi riots and the Bangalore riots. A sting conducted by a media house in 2017 has made it clear that they receive Hawala fundings, which is used in an elaborate conversion operation. All these things should hint towards the ulterior motives of PFI, and in light of this, PFI's India 2047 document should not come as a shock. This is just in furtherance to what Muslim League leaders said at the time of partition.
Okay. Now Zobair and Majid. Zobair wanted to say something, and I will get SK to respond to SK Datta. Thank you for coming back, Sanju. Question being here, the issue is this Ghazwa-e-Hind bust. You tell me, Zobair, should we put blinkers on and say no? We will deny the reality that some people are talking about Ghazwa-e-Hind. Should we put on those blinkers, Zobair? You want us to do that?
No, absolutely not.
Will that make you comfortable?
We shouldn't be putting any blinkers on our eyes, not on both the eyes and not on a single eye too. We should keep our both eyes open and we should be clear what the SP of Bihar has said, that some radicalization is going on from some youths, and it is same as the way it is done in the RSS shakas. We should keep our both eyes open and we should stop both type of this radicalization.
How long will you abuse the RSS to make your point? I mean, I thought that today you will rise above, you will condemn people with a Ghazwa-e-Hind, Sartan se juda mentality, but you're not doing that. You're not doing that. I don't know why.
You also know, and I also know that RSS is the biggest terrorist
No, I
organization.
don't know. No, I don't know. Sanju is responding. One minute. No, I don't know. I don't know. But I do know of the work the RSS has done, whether it is floods or human calamity. I know of the work the RSS has done in providing free education at all levels. And I know of the work that the RSS has done in keeping the socio-cultural fabric of the country together. I also know of the fact that the RSS, which you consider to be a threat to Indian nationalism, is not the threat. The threat are organizations like the Ghazwa-e-hind mentality. People like you, unfortunately, you don't seem to have any qualms. You have no qualms with Harsha being killed. You have no qualms with Kanhaiya being beheaded. You have no qualms with Umesh Kole being stabbed to death. And today you seem to have no qualms with the Ghazwa-e-hind bust. You want to hold on to an RSS argument to try and deflect from the main purpose of this debate. And Sanju is responding. SK, wait a minute. Sanju is responding here. This is, I mean, the India 2047 mindset, the Ghazwa-e-hind mindset. When will this end?
Arnab, everybody this debate is not about RSS, and I think you put the RSS perspective out there very succinctly. I will just say, for those comparing PFI or any radical Islamist organization with RSS, please go educate yourself, read what the United Nations has to say. It says 9 out of the top 10 terror organizations in the world have a radical Islamist DNA. From ISIS,
radicals are on both sides.
To the Taliban. Please don't sit here and give a bhashan. Now, can you ask this uncouth guy, Ravi Srivastava?
Thank you, Ravi. Thank you, please. Sanju.
Can you ask Ravi Srivastava to please shut up? Thank you. Arnab, you can either ask Ravi Srivastava to keep doing blah, 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 or I will make my point in 30 seconds. The most important point, Arnab, is this. We cannot separate politics from this entire thing. Is the BJP government going to ban the PFI? I have been on umpteen debates on your channel, and I've said that the Solicitor General Tushar Mehta in April 2021, via an affidavit to the Chief Justice N.V. Ramana, has categorically said the Modi government is in the process of banning the PFI, and work to that effect has been done, and that is best showcased by the fact that we recently banned 33 bank accounts of the Rehab Foundation, which is a branch of the PFI. But my more important question to the judiciary, especially in states, is this. When the PFI was banned by the then left government in Kerala in 2012, the Kerala High Court in 2017 revoked the ban. When Jharkhand banned the PFI in 2018, the Jharkhand High Court revoked the ban on PFI in 2019. So I think respective
okay, Sanju Sahib, I heard it now. Let me speak, please. Please show some decency now, please.
I take that.
And come on board.
See, Arnab, since
why is the government not banning PFI under provisions of the UAPA? I want to say something very important.
Okay, now we heard you quite a lot. See, ideological differences apart. Sanju Verma Sahiba, ideological differences apart.
Section 13, the Modi government can do what it needs to do and is doing its bit. But under Section 16, 17 and 18, the respective state governments have to recommend for a ban on PFI. And how unfortunate that in a Congress-led Rajasthan, there was actually a PFI unity march on the 17th of February 2022.
Is this a lecture?
Now, 1 minute. I also want to share with you viewers. I want to share with you. I want to share, Sanju, 1 minute. SK hasn't spoken. I want to share with you viewers that the police, while investigating this Ghazwa-e-hind angle, found a foreign link to the accused. And there is a certain section, however, which as always will try to provide covering fire to these radicals in the name of religion, freedom of religion, and they will call the police action illegitimate. But I think they should be waking up and smelling the coffee, viewers. A fact of the matter is contacts from Yemen and Pakistan have been discovered. This is not a laughing matter for me. It should not be, Zubair, a laughing matter for you. This country has suffered at the hands of terrorism. And we must understand that this Sar Tan Se Juda mindset will spare nobody from any religion. I want SK to come in and then I'll broad base this. SK, please. SK, I'm seeing a lot of denial on the other side, which is worrying me.
Arnab, Arnab, let me come to the whole point itself in a very clear-cut way. The concept of Ghazwa-e-hind is something which is not new in this country. I go back to the decade of 1980s and 1990s. When Sri Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister of our country, that time the Home Ministry came out with a glaring document of the ISI of Pakistan, where there were concrete evidences with an agenda to create a greater Islamic Republic, including Bangladesh, northeastern part of India, and the whole of eastern India as such. So from there, the genesis of this Ghazwa-e-hind arises actually, and it is almost around 30-35 years now that this genesis goes back as such, you know. Coming over to the, in relation to the observation of RSS as such, we all know what has been the verdict of the Supreme Court thrice when the Supreme Court had revoked the ban on RSS, and what has been the observation as such. We also know what has been the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court in relation to Hindutva, with which RSS is always correlated. Supreme Court had said that Hindutva is a way of life. It is not me or it is not you who said this. It is the Honorable Supreme Court of India. Therefore, this debate in relation to PFI, in relation to Ghazwa-e-hind and correlation with RSS has to stop once for all. Now, the most important thing is like, how do we control this? I think Government of India has to come very harshly in relation to PFI, in relation to ISI activities, and in relation to the sleeper cells in our country, because this is posing a dangerous kind of a concept for this whole nation, and we do not want a third partition of our country.
Just pardon me 10 seconds. Just pardon me 10 seconds. Just pardon me 10 seconds, Mr. Arnab.
PFI. I want to ask the Congress. SDPI is a branch of the PFI. Did not the Congress contest elections in Karnataka, the civic body elections, along with the SDPI?
This is not a political debate. This is not a political debate.
Also, if big political parties like the Congress give intellectual cover fire to the PFI by contesting
Mr. Arnab, are we debating politics out here?
No, we are not.
Or it's the matter of national security?
No, however, Sanju, I got the point. No, 1 minute. Zubair, 1 minute. Sanju, may I? Zubair. The point being tonight is, and I hope that you are not going to, because you started by saying, I don't want to put blinkers on. You know, even in the raids that were carried out today, the Patna police found stashes of documents where there were SDPI posters, right, and SDPI cadre forms in bulk. Why is it, I would ask, that the radicalized elements feel that the SDPI is a safe haven? Because my concern is, Sanju, allow me to complete. My concern is that what's happening right now is that maybe there are groups which are realizing that there is an imminent ban. Tausif, is it too much to ask I complete a sentence that maybe.
With the help of materials like 40 pieces of leaflets, some membership forms, and you are saying that...
Why are you so eager to defend the PFI?
No,
what do you get?
Much stronger.
I thought you are with the Trinamool Congress. Why do you want to defend PFI?
Please do not try and frighten people as if India is going to be broken.
I'm not frightening people, I'm making people aware about what's happening. How can you say that I'm frightening people? Stop that narrative, Tausif. How unfortunate. You don't want to accept the facts and you say I'm frightening people. I would put that question to you viewers. Informing people becomes frightening people. So I should cover it up like the Lutyens media.
India will continue to be the topmost democracy in the world and will continue to be the republic. And these elements and the BJP's propaganda
Karthik and Aishwarya.
to break India or India's...
Aishwarya, got a couple of minutes left. Aishwarya.
Yes.
Aishwarya first, then Karthik, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
Aishwarya.
Two quick points. First was Tausif mentioning that 40 banners of SDPI cannot make them an SDPI or a PFI member, which is coming right after they said that someone from BJP's IT cell was the one behind the entire Udaipur mess or whatever stories that they were making up. Secondly, PFI is just old wine in new bottle. A new form of banned radical extremist organization, SIMI. Office bearers of PFI have been former SIMI members before it got banned.
Aishwarya, I'll have to intervene you because of lack of time, but I do hope that when on the wonderful day, when on the memorable day, Karthik, I hope on the memorable day that the PFI gets banned, and with a lot of evidence, and I agree with the point, in order to sustain in court such a ban, we'll have to have a lot of evidence, and there's tremendous, humongous amount of evidence which is now coming. I hope that day Ravi Srivastava is going to celebrate with me. I hope that day he won't be issuing a threat, Karthik.
He will be crying.
Yes,
Yes,
all
Arnab,
VHP, Bajrang Dal,
Arnab, 30
RSS,
seconds.
PFI, and all
30 seconds. 30 seconds. I want to ask 3 questions. I want to ask
No,
three
one
questions.
point, only one question. Time is running very fast on the program.
Okay, one question. One question. They all talked about RSS. Do they know that there is a Muslim organization which was founded in the presence of the RSS chief? Which organization on the radical Islamic side does that? Number one. Number two, when 9/11 happens and 26/11 happens, even innocent Muslims get killed. Do they understand that? And third, this whole Ghazwa-e-hind, do they believe in that or not? If they don't believe in that, they must condemn it with unity. There's no need for this debate at all. But they're not condemning it. That's the problem.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.